6:01. We have a quorum. So first item, review the minutes from the last meeting. Does anyone have any issues with the minutes from last meeting?
I think there was that Al wanted to say something about it. I don't know.
We're on the minutes.
Yeah.
About Mashamik, I believe. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I want to change my vote on one item.
I don't think you can do that.
Okay.
Mark wanted to change his vote, and the vote that's taken at the meeting stands.
I thought I mean, according to the minutes, it looks like it changed.
No, they didn't change.
I think it was the buildability that Mashamik outlined. I believe is what he's doing.
Preclude docks there.
Yeah.
The point.
A lot of emails on that.
The point that Al made, not a bad one. I mean, maybe there should be a provision to entitle them to a dock, somewhere on the property to access whatever, maybe for marine.
On Mashamik?
Like the Mashamik, the Nature Conservancy could have need of, I could see having need of a dock. I don't disagree with Al on that. I voted not to have any docks there, but, I could see them, if they had gotten involved in some program that required monitoring and getting into a boat or something like that, I could see making an allowance for a dock to accommodate such a need.
They could make an appeal.
Right. I mean, whatever. I'm just saying that I think it should be in the back of our mind that, that a dock for such purposes might not be a bad thing.
If I may, I do believe I believe you're there, but currently I do believe that they have a mooring, so they do have access to the waters right now. But in the future, someone said appeal. I believe that would be the case, right?
It depends if the town board decides that our infinite wisdom is well-founded.
Yeah.
Right.
I would suggest that they might consider that as a provision.
Okay, well, duly noted.
May I speak?
Go ahead.
Yeah, but my point is it's over 2,300 acres, and they have 11 miles of shoreline. And it is one property, they'd only be entitled to one dock. And if they wanted to put a dock or felt that they needed a dock, I don't think it would ruin the pristineness of those 2,000 acres or 11 miles, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. And that's
trying to foresee what might happen down the road at Mashamik. They've got the ability to change the status of that property.
Well, let me finish. They had that ability at St. Gabe's, and they had to come to us when they changed from one property to a subdivision. They basically had to come to us and ask about the docks, and they came up with a plan that kind of worked for everybody. It worked for the town and it worked for them. And I'm sure if Mashamik were to get subdivided, the same thing would have to happen.
Yeah, so they would come to us. So for now, given what we have there, which is preserved property, I would say that you can't build a dock. If it changes, if the status changes, you can't anticipate all the changes that might take place, but if the status changes at Mashamik, they come in and ask for a variance or a change, or there's a change of the property, the way it's zoned, then we'll deal with it then.
Because the town.
Okay. I'm just giving my point. That's all.
Yeah, no, I think.
And my
I
vote.
think that's true.
I would like to change my vote to a no. I mean, I felt like we were kind of pressured into having that vote, and I really didn't get a chance to think about it. So in thinking about it, I'd like to say
I
No.
think if in the event that they have legitimate reason to request the dock, the town board has the ability to grant them their dock whenever they want. If we put in the rules that they could have a dock, then we open the situation up to equal enforcement, and some other protected property could also ask for one. So it may be better not to list it now that I think about it.
Remember, was it voted unanimous before?
No.
On Mashonack, it's unanimous.
Right.
So,
I see, just in the latest version of the minutes, I see that the votes hadn't changed. Okay. So was that the determination? Was that you couldn't change votes?
yes.
All right. So a lot of things changed in the last month. Okay. The other thing, I had it.
Is this still on the minutes?
Yeah, yes, it is. But, yeah, I'm just curious if that changed again, but
Al, you with us?
yeah, I'm trying to find this piece again. Okay. See, it says wind effect in numerous areas where docks might be restricted and agreed to suggest construction or to suggest no construction. I'm trying to find I'm losing the rest of
Talking
that.
about the suitability of the pieces of property for a dock. Is that what we're getting at?
Are you reading from the minutes?
I'm reading from the minutes. And agrees to suggest limiting construction of new docks in the following areas. And it reads that it was made as a suggestion, but what it was it was it's in the draft that it's part of that will become part of the code. And there's a big difference there. And I think we need to clarify, was that a suggestion? Or is that something that you're looking to put into the code?
All the things that came up were suggestions that we put into the code. I'm not, we're dealing with semantics here? I mean, all these items that we discussed were suggestions to be added to the code. And that's why it's a draft. And that's why that draft is now before the town board for their consideration. So that's what we suggested, and that's how people voted.
The other thing I'd say is change to Jennings' point as opposed to James's point.
Where's that? Oh,
Third bullet, yeah.
yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Okay.
So anyone else points on the minutes? I mean, I don't see where what we're talking about requires any changes to the minutes other than Jennings' point. The vote can't be changed. And I don't think
Okay, then
Yeah.
in that case, I'd just like to go
Move
on
to
the
accept the
record.
minutes.
seconded. This is accept the minutes. Next meeting is July 8th. I think that's a Monday, 6 PM. Correspondence, I got a few different pieces of correspondence during the past month. A few inquiries about the revised code, all of which I responded to. Also received an inquiry about sand accumulating on an individual's beach and around their dock. Sounded like they may need dredging, so I referred that to Al, since Al is our liaison with Public Works and deals with dredging items. And I see that Al's been in communication with that individual, and has responded to their questions. And I guess we don't have, well, town board liaisons, you guys had any input? No? Bay Constable is not here. Let's see. And basically, I don't have any briefing for tonight, other than to move on to the applications, because they have been sitting for a bit. So the first, I was actually hoping Bo would be. So Harvey is mooring application in Smith Cove. This one back and forth a little bit, trying to determine residency, but residency has now been established. The only thing I wanted to do was just measure the distance to the surrounding moorings.
The other one, I couldn't tell what the hell it was.
Yeah, a few of them I couldn't tell where they were. I mean, you just got it, you know, drawn out here, but I don't know what those distances are, so. It's got a,
I don't know. Again, yeah, this was one of them.
21-foot boat.
33.
The green one behind it, yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not that deep there, so I think you should be fine with a 21-foot boat.
Right.
James, any thoughts on that?
I don't see any problem with it. Now, the green things are open spaces or what?
Those are available.
So if somebody comes for 3605, we could just push them a little bit if we ever have.
He's got 140.
I don't see it as a big problem.
You can assign him.
Does it make sense for him to take one of the green?
Right, to make another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would be under the impression that you take a mooring space that's already allocated instead of creating a new one.
Yep. 3605, how is that distance from like 3529 and 3463 are like on top of each other? You see those, Christina?
So you get 3605 is available.
We're talking about the two that are
3529.
3463.
I guess Bo's not here to evaluate when they were evaluated last.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
he kind of does them in groups.
Those are tight.
Bill,
They are real tight, yeah.
I mean, nobody's come to us if there's a problem there, but I mean, 3605 is
Further away than.
any of them.
as long as that's accurate, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you could, if that's the case, then there's also another one down there, I guess it'd be to the west, southwest.
3353,
Yeah, that one there is available.
3118.
Yep. Yeah, there's a few of them in that grid that they should just take a location that's already there.
Yeah, the one that's closest to what he's looking for is 3605, so we just assign him there.
Yeah, that's probably the best thought, yeah.
James, you good?
I'm good with it. Yeah.
Mark?
He owns a property on Shelter Island.
Yeah, that's when I saw that originally, I didn't see that, but he does, and that's the,
I'm fine with it as long as he owns a property on Shelter Island.
that, we didn't have that in the original paperwork. Skylar, you good?
Yes, sorry.
Tom, you good?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yep.
Al?
I'm good.
Okay, so we got land, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Six,
Just
so,
quick comment on that. Is there a way to ensure that there's no gear there currently? I don't know whether that's a renewal, that old space that we just gave him, is there gear there? I don't want to have to, give him a spot when there's still gear in existence that should have been removed. I don't know what the case is when it comes to that sort of thing.
Says it's open, it's open.
Okay. Yep.
I mean,
is
I guess we'll find out in the future if
Yeah.
there's gear
Yeah.
there.
I guess,
Shelter
yeah,
Island tackle, they'll let us know.
yeah. Okay.
Next one is Ian. This one kind of went back and forth a couple of times.
Walking out with a,
Yeah, he changed boats, he changed locations. I think he went from West Neck to Cockles, it looks like.
Buckles 3657.
Yeah. I couldn't tell from,
The drawing, again, I couldn't tell anything from the drawing.
over
That-
here, we,
That's the northeast corner of Cockles.
Looks like it, yeah.
Okay, well, where,
57.
which,
Like
is there,
northwest.
Yeah, northwest.
3657 is,
oh, there's the pin. Okay. I wonder if there's any water there.
There are like little boats there,
Yeah,
like whalers and.
yeah, he's got
So
a,
This is a shallow draft boat to Key West, like 2.5 draft.
yeah. Now, you should be fine up there with that. I mean, somebody, 30, who's he at? 3719, I think is the same size boat up there. It's,
6 feet.
who knows? No, I think he's good. I've been up in there plenty of times.
I would feel more comfortable if he was a little more to the, I guess, to the west and up a little bit more above C657. If he were kind of more in that area
Is it?
instead of all the way out there to the east, you know what I'm saying there?
657 is the one we're talking about.
Oh, I'm showing a, oh, that is the one? Oh, okay. Yeah, is it possible to move that over above 3172 then? Get it more in line with the landing and C172 instead of way over there to the left? I mean, my right? Right where your hand is,
Yeah,
right there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have a problem, but
yeah, I mean, there's no point in spreading them out all over the place. At least there'd be some sort of line between
That's
three.
my thought is to trying to keep them condensed because we do scallop over there where that pin is now.
Yeah, I don't see why it'd be a problem. I mean, I wish we had depth on these
Yeah,
things,
that
but
would be a big help because there's a very thin channel, and I believe 3172 is inside it. But I believe that other one,
if you, the hand is inside it too.
yeah, the hand is inside that channel, but I think that pin would be outside.
It is.
Yeah,
all right, the hand looks good. Can we get
Yeah, I
a
like
location on that?
Was this previously?
You did.
In West?
Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
this wasn't as
we can
previous.
read it for the record.
It's 41.089.313. And then longitude 72.3222786.
Could you do that 41 number again? I think you missed the
think-
digit.
Yeah.
All right, 41.0888313.
That's it.
All this info, yeah.
Hmm?
Like this, like some of this, whole ID number, right? I'm assuming one of this and this. Like requested.
don't know why I didn't collect that. Oh, he's got a copy of the registration right here. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's
Yeah,
both
that'll
of
do
those things.
All right. James, you good?
Yep.
Mark?
Yes.
Good. Skylar?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Yep.
Al's
Good.
good. All right, 6-0. Next is Tetonis. So Tetonis, it's a mooring in West Neck Harbor. It's got an unusual comment on the application, which,
I don't think it's part of the code.
no, per regulation, 150 feet from end of dock. I couldn't find it anywhere. I'm not sure what that's about, but it would be good to bring that closer to the dock. This is the one I wanted to ask Bo about, because he goes right by there all the time in the police boat, but I don't think there's a lot of water up in there.
There's actually not a lot of water there. Which which is that homeowner's home? Which house is that?
It's the one that's right, the nearest that, straight into the, right there. That's it.
The old train track house, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Irish.
Yeah, that's really, I think we might want to have Bo take some readings there, because there is not a lot of water there.
No.
It is really thin there. You probably winter in there. It's not a lot of water.
Yeah, well,
I haven't in a long time, but
It's venture drive boat though, right?
Yeah.
You can get in there to a point, but low tide can be an issue.
Stock it as a jet drive boat.
they draw a little over 3 feet.
So that's probably the jet. I think 300 seems like a pretty light mooring for a plus 20,000 pound boat. This is a comment. I don't know how much we.
It's a pyramid. They're pretty.
All of ours are 500.
Oh, really? Okay.
Or more. Yeah.
What was the permit calling for?
I'm commenting that 300 pound pyramid seems a little light. I don't know if anyone else has another. Maybe that's off basis, but
I thought pyramids really were leveraged. I mean, you get a lot more out of the weight.
I think so. But I don't know. It just. I mean, you guys have done this longer than me. Maybe that's.
It does depend on the bottom, and I know that's hard bottom there. I have a 300-pound mushroom myself, but that's in the mud. I think there's a big difference.
Ours are all in the mud, so ours are kind of cheaters.
That's more sandy, stony.
That's real hard bottom.
Meaning that it's less suitable, right?
It's less.
Yeah.
Less capable, yeah. I don't know. It's a $2 million boat. I figured you'd probably want to spend an extra couple $100 on a mooring, but
Spent that much on landscaping now.
yeah.
I would also, even if there was water there, I would like to see it more in front of the house versus.
It really is in front of their property. That's a big piece of property.
Yeah, it's straight out. It's out there. It's
Out of the channel, certainly.
yeah.
Yeah, and it does get shallow as you get into that shore.
relative there. Not many people use the actual channel or the markers in that area. I think the boat needs to take some depth readings there, to be honest. And I'd like be nice to get it closer and towards the house more, but once again, it comes down to water depth.
You called Jack and suggest a bigger mooring.
Yeah. I hate to put the people off. Just came in.
This was like
This was a while ago.
I think, right?
Yeah, this came back, and
It was too soon.
back in April, I think we got this.
I think so, yeah.
We got this in April.
It
Yeah.
was like days before the previous meeting, I think.
Well, let me check with Bo on depth and Jack on weight. And
You gonna call Jack or want me to call Jack?
if you want to call him, that'd be great.
I'll do it.
I'll ask Bo about depth. But how can we get this going for this guy?
Do you want to approve contingent?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
On the depth being proper, and if we can locate it a little closer in and more off his dock, maybe, if it stay away from 26, but.
It's very shallow in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky, yeah.
It's a 49-foot boat.
Yeah.
41 foot.
There's no picture of it.
I mean, if you can
It's
get
a,
it
it's a
close and
riparian.
we had the depth, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
It's not boat specific.
It's a riparian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, well, subject to depth and the mooring change, why don't we, if we can approve it, then we'll make those contacts and follow through.
Sounds good.
James is good with that. Mark, you
I'm
good
good
with
with
that?
it.
I'm good.
Tyler's good. Al,
I'm
that work for you?
Yep, that works.
You good? All right,
Yep, good.
Look, I mean, from it.
yeah.
Just FYI on pyramid moorings. Pyramid is a description of the shape, but there are different manufacturers. What you get is night and day.
Yeah.
Chinese one got full of occlusions, chains, it's narrow. Look like Swiss cheese. And they're half the price of the ones that are made in Charleston, New Hampshire. They're cast iron. And the shank is almost 4 inches in diameter. I don't know if you want to legislate that, but just if you have, when you're talking to people, if somebody asks your advice, you want to go with my advice, is always doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, DOR, yeah,
Yeah, it's.
that's the one.
That's the zones we buy. From experience.
Yeah, we'll put that in the mooring code. We're gonna start that next week.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll make some contacts, we'll figure that out and email.
Says there's 4 feet there.
The navionics or?
Does it give you a lot of detail? I mean,
I would.
I mean, it's,
I don't know.
it says 3, 1, like 1 as you get over by the channel, where W267, whatever that is. That's pretty shallow.
all right, we'll get some readings, take it from there. Let's see, next one is Jeffy Bulkhead. It says West Neck Harbor, it's actually up in the creek.
Great.
This is
Definitely needs it.
Cardillo's old place with that real funky dock that sticks out at a right angle. I mean, a 45-degree angle. We had a couple of these that had permits that were given and then expired and then renewed. This one was renewed by the DEC to Jeffy. It doesn't look like there's any, I didn't see any issues with it.
There's a permit to replace just the bulkhead, correct?
Right.
Is there any intention on doing any work to the dock in the future? Because I know that the dock is in rough shape too.
Imagine.
I know we're here just on the bulkhead, which I'm okay with, but just curious if the applicant is around and maybe they plan on, maintaining the dock because it is pretty beat up.
Not gonna say it. Maybe we should have it inspected.
Hi, all. Is it okay for me to speak?
Who?
It's Rob Herman. I'm the applicant for
Rob?
agent for Jeff A, the applicant from Men
Good.
Consultants. How are you guys doing?
Good, how you doing, Rob?
Good, thanks. So yeah, just quickly on this, you all reviewed this in 2022. And the town board issued a permit in July of 2022. Gifford and Cardillo ended up selling the property to Jeff A, who is now left with undertaking the bulkhead work. So unfortunately, I think it was just an oversight during the whole closing process to extend that permit prior to its expiration. and the DEC general permits can't actually be extended like a typical tidal wetlands permit. You have to have the permit reissued in the name of the current owner. So we're just going through that process. So the DEC did reissue the permit. It's the scope of work is identical to what you and the town board reviewed in 2022. And so now we're just looking for those for your permit, for your approval and the town board's permit to be issued in Jeffy's name. He's talked to me, but there's nothing proposed in connection with this application with the dock. I know he is aware of the ability to make repairs under $10,000. I'm not 100% positive if some of those repairs have already been made. But at least as of my last conversation, because I think he spoke to the town clerk about this briefly. So I think the plan may be to just over time try to, get that thing safe and sound. And I think it was explained to him that, if he were to propose to, substantially replace that dock, he would have to go through the whole permit process, once you cross that $10,000 repair threshold. So I can't represent on his behalf what his final decision is on all that, but it obviously, as you noticed, it's been discussed, and I think he has discussed it with the town clerk. But that's not within the scope of this application. This is just to get the bulkhead replaced, basically the same scope. Well, really exactly the same scope. And then we're going to be coming to you again because that U-shaped bulkhead on the north side is actually associated with a separate tax parcel. So we're in the midst of securing the other non-local permits for that U-shaped bulkhead as well. And then we'll have that in front of you, because I think the plan is for them to try to replace all of the bulkheading, together in one shot. It's just so happens that it's split into two parcels, and when Cardillo and Gifford had us do the permitting a couple of years ago, we only did the permits for the section that's in front of you tonight. So for Jeff A, that will be a subsequent and separate application for the other tax lot that will be hopefully in front of you in the next month or two.
Okay.
Hope
Thank
all that
you.
makes sense.
Thank you. Yep.
You bet.
All right, well, what's in front of us looks fine to me. Does anyone else have any?
I mean, it definitely needs it, so.
Right.
No, I'm fine with it. I think I'm glad it's being taken care of.
James, you good?
Good, yep.
Mark, good?
Good.
Good, you're good? Tom's
I'm
good?
good. Yep.
Al?
I'm good.
All right, 6-0.
Thanks, gentlemen. Have a good night.
All right,
Yeah.
Rob. The last one is Schlesinger. It's Schlesinger. Okay, so this one is a little unusual because it's got a set of plans, was for a dock and a bulkhead. They did the dock, bulkhead expired, the permit expired. Was renewed. What was different from what I've seen in the past is it was renewed with a different contractor's name, the one who developed the plans, which was Costello. And now Heaney Brothers is the contractor. It is transferable. It's just, the only issue is they have to strictly adhere to the plans as they have been developed by Costello and approved by the DEC. So that's probably something that should be paid attention to.
Which property is this, Bill?
This is Schlesinger. It's 11 Menantic Road.
Kansas? Okay. I got you.
Yeah, which one is?
Montclair.
Yeah, it's in Montclair, but which, oh, it's that one?
Montclair.
So they got a permit to rebuild the dock?
No, they did the dock.
They did the bulkhead, I think, right?
No, they did this is for,
Remove the existing steps and base from an existing bulkhead and construct 140 feet of, 45 feet of new bulkhead in place in kind, install steps to the beach.
yeah, Costello, well, somebody did the dock previously.
It says Costello in this thing.
Yeah, I know, that's what's, yeah. So Costello did the dock and now Heaney's doing the bulkhead. So I don't see any issues with it, as long as it's done pursuant to plans, it should be okay, but that's, we'll have to see. We can get a progress report on it, hopefully. Anyway, any issues with this one?
No,
Nope.
James, you good?
good.
Mark's good, I'm good, Skylar? Tom, you good?
I'm good.
And Al?
I'm good.
6-0. That is all we have for an agenda for tonight.
Well, let's not make any more.
All right. Motion to adjourn?
My
I
question,
second it.
No questions.
I heard you attorney, we're gonna work out the needs of the code. Schedule.
This week. Well. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All right. We're done. Thank you.